All right, looks like we got this fixed here, but let's just see. As you see on the screen, we got Tiana. I had to end the last stream. It didn't look like it was going there. Nobody was answering questions, so I just ended it. I hate to go through about 10 or 15 minutes like what normally happens during the streams that people don't hear things, and I couldn't even find it. YouTube shadow banning or something happened with that stream. I don't know. But anyway, we just fixed this stream right here. If you're just coming in, we're going to focus, instead of doing a full recap on everything, we're going to do specific athletes. So I'm going to trickle out some things over the next coming days about the athletes and talk about their profiles going forward. And as always, don't forget to bless the like button, the comment, share, especially if you're seeing this after the fact, and if you're seeing this live right now. That always helps get the video out. And let's get our blessing Okabare on. All right. And don't forget that you are watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. And let me just put her back on the screen. This is Tiana. Every time I see her on the track, she's the goofy one out there. She's one of the goofy people out there. It's very refreshing to see an athlete like that. It's always pretty interesting to train with a person like that. But to see somebody like this on the track, very, very good. Especially you see it with the young people, right? You see you see the kids come out. They're kind of funny. They light things up. That's why people like being around kids. The energy gets lifted up from somebody young. And every time she's out there, she's like, what, the camera's on me? It's funny with her facial expression. So always good seeing her out there. Compare that with Adaejah Hodge, right? Well, Hodge, she comes out there. She's very serious, right? And she's on a mission, right? She's kind of used to this. She's on a mission. She's being trained in Atlanta, Georgia, right? She's being trained in Atlanta, Georgia by Dwight Phillips. And for all of you that don't know who Dwight Phillips is, he's an American long jump champion. He's a four-time world champion, right? Four-time world champion. Paris 2003, Helsinki 2005, Berlin 2009, and Daegu 2011. He got bronze in Osaka in 2017. He got the World Indoor Championship, and he's the Olympic gold medalist from Athens. That is who she's being trained under. Now, she's being trained by other people. He's just the highest profile one that I'll mention here. But yeah, what do you guys think about the Carifta Games so far? Of everything that's happened, the 4x4s, the events that have happened. Everything's over now. So we got all of this. You know what's killing me? I'll bring this up on the screen right now, actually. Let's see if Hodge has a World Athletics profile. I should bring her up on the screen. So give me just a second. I'll bring that in the screen in the background. As you guys are trickling in, I hope you guys have had a great day. Hope you guys have had a great day so far. Yeah, they do have a profile for her. But you know what's killing me the most right here? The thing that's killing me is the wind. The wind at this event, the wind that's been happening the last few championships here. Let's take this off of the screen. Let's put this on the screen. The wind has been killing me. -3 meters per second in this. We don't even get to see. She was trying to go for that I'm pretty sure she was trying to go for that, because she was working hard. She got out on everybody. You saw it on her face. She's already won the long jump. She's already won the 100. But the wind is killing me. Why can't we have had like this warm front of whatever's going on in the Gulf of Mexico, everything, like a week from now? First, it messed up the Jamaican champs as far as like records that could be set, or even as far as a record that could be like the 200, Brianna Williams. That's going to come. As long as Lyston is healthy for the rest of the year, that's going to come. It's going to be some point where, whether it's in Cali, Colombia, the Jamaican trials for that and everything like that, it's going to come. That's what I think. She's too close, especially against the headwind. Now, when we come here for Hodge, the -3 just ruined it. Look how close she is to McLaughlin. 23.03 with a negative 3.0 meter per second headwind. Let me bring up her race on the screen. I think I want to go over that. Nope, I got the 100 hurdles right here. Hold on. Make sure I find the correct one that I want to cover here.
22.77.
Nope. That is Brianna Lyston's race right here. Let's get the U17. We're going to go over Lyston in a second. If there's anybody else you want me to cover, let me know. I'll cover that in the coming days. I got too much stuff going on to cover all of this right now. So let's make sure we get the U17 girls right here. Let's bring this up on the screen. Very, very serious. All right, Harris. Fireheart said, Lyston said she was tired and she wasn't going after the record. Gotcha. That makes sense. Interestingly enough, my chat is not working, but I can still see your message here in the OBS. So that's at least good. Oh, now it's working. I got you loaded up. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to play this race, part of the race here. Let's fast forward this here. And then we're going to go over what I think is going to happen here. Hodge is going to be one tough cookie to beat. It's crazy. She's going to be one tough cookie to beat here. Yannick Edwards said, yeah, and she saw it. Didn't make any sense because it was, didn't make any sense because it was negative wind all day. Yep, that makes sense. Right now I'm talking about Hodge as far as that. Yeah, and as far as the record there, Lyston, I'll get to her in a second. She's over here. She's just killing everybody. All right, fair use, Sports Max, fair use. Flowtac don't believe in fair use, but at least you guys believe in fair use. All right, getting out on everybody. Just well ahead of everybody else. Tiana's trying her heart out. She's very serious. Her face is showing it right now. She's probably tired from the long jump, the 100. She's trying as much as possible. This negative 3.0 headwind, I really think she was going after that championship record. I really got to say that she's going after that championship record. Yeah, Fireheart. Yeah, I covered that in the beginning. You might have came in a little bit later. But yeah, she is definitely trained by Dwight Phillips. 4-time world champion, outdoor world champion in the long jump. 1-time world champion indoor. Bronze medalist at the Osaka and Olympic champion in the Athens Olympics for the long jump. But yeah, Hodge right here, it's going to be hard to beat her going forward. It's going to be hard to beat her going forward. This is going to be very interesting. And she's trained by somebody of that caliber. Jamaica, y'all got to look out. The U.S., y'all got to look out. Right now, Jamaica's dominating in these in the 100 and 200, especially it's tight knit in the 100. There's no question. Jamaica just tight knit in the 100. It's a surprise in there. The 200 is a little shaky. As far as the last two Olympics, obviously Elaine Thompson-Herah has got that one locked down. But as far as the 200, that's kind of up in the air for who's going to get that, right? Lyston might bring that and say, look, this is what we got. Because she's looking stronger than everybody else. Any other Jamaican female sprinter that I've seen, she's looking stronger than anybody else. Now, here's going to be the challenger, right? Here's going to be the challenger coming out. Hodge, trained by somebody of high caliber. She's training in Atlanta, Georgia. Georgia, hot state. Very good sprinters there and everything like that. I think that Hodge is going to give it to everybody when she gets older. I would not be surprised if she makes the 2024 Olympics. I would not be surprised if she makes the 2024 Olympic team, especially as far as I don't know how the countries represent themselves. As long as she can make that the standards there, they should be able to let her through. Now, I don't know about her making it through to the next rounds, but as far as that, she may at least make it to the semifinals. It's looking stacked right now, but going forward in that Paris 2024 Olympics, this is going to be very interesting in the next 2 years. So, Fireheart said, however, oh, wait a minute. He said, definitely well trained. She says she does the switching between the long and sprints and all that in training, so she's used to the pounding. However, I still personally felt she did too many events in this 3-day championship. I don't know. I didn't like it, but definitely a star. Yannick said she's good for sure and would be one to watch, but she's gonna pay some dues next year because everyone on the Jamaican 4x1 team is still a junior next year. Hopefully, everyone stays injury free. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, everybody's injury free going forward, because I want to see this. I want to see the showdown that's going to happen. Dang, the screen is more clear on you guys' side than what I'm looking at on my screen. This probably the television I got this projected to. I got a better quality screen here on my computer than the television. That's funny. But yeah, I want to see this face-off that's going to happen. I'm going to go over to Lyston in just a second. Is it automatically loaded up down here? No, there's somebody else. It says Auntie Nats. That's not going to be a high-quality screen right there. No. But yeah, Hodge, she's definitely one to watch. I'm going to do an in-depth video on her in just a second, or sometime probably this week, if not next week. But I just wanted to cover her. Very tough cookie. I think she did okay. I don't think it was too much for her to do the 100, the long jump, and the 200. Especially looking at her competition, you got to factor all of those things in. And she's at a youth. This is a good gauge on how she's gonna do if she does the U20 championship later this year. If she's like, okay, I can do well at the Carifta Games, where most of my competitors are going to be. There might be somebody internationally in the long jump. There might be somebody at the U20 section, because she's not really counted with them, that could give her some competition. But they're going to take this back and say, okay, if you could do this in 3 days, imagine when the U20 championships in Cali, Colombia are, I think it's 5 days. I think it's a 5-day competition or something like that. So it's a little bit more spread out, a little bit more rest. I think that's what she's doing right now. I think that's what she's doing right now. It's a good test, because as a coach, that's something that I would have my athletes do. What do you guys think about that perspective? Before I click on this U21 and go over to Lyston, what do you guys think about Hodge and her tripling up with that information? Because that's what I think they're doing. Let me put her on the screen here, since I haven't yet clicked that, and then put here. Here, we want to thank our official sponsor, which is trackstars.io. Obviously, they have NFTs that are coming out in 2 days from now. Today is April 18th. I never like to date these too much, but this is a championship we already know is dated. So, yeah. So, it's coming out on April 20th. Don't forget to head over to trackstars.io to pick those up. It supports the channel. Fan races. We're going to have people on the ground eventually. I can't reveal everything we're going to do, but there's a lot of stuff we're going to do with the media complex, because FlowTac ain't where it's at, in my opinion, as far as broadcasting rights. I understand they want to make their money, but when it comes to commentation and everything, fair use. Okay, fair use. Now, all right, nobody said anything. I know you guys are 20 seconds behind. I'm going to move on to the next race and talk about Lyston. We're going to go over to the U20. All right. Do we got? No, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Brianna Lyston right there. She's always looking very calm and relaxed right now. She's just like, I'm chewing gum. I'm chewing food yesterday. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody left a comment. Fireheart said, I see your point of view, but I just worry about young athletes doing too much, because I feel like often the prodigies seem overworked, don't transition well to pro athletes. Well, yes, kind of. If you look at it from the heptathlon and decathlon, look at how athletes that have done multiple events. For example, actually, let's go back to Hodge real quick and take Lyston off. For example, gosh dang it, Ibargüen from Colombia, right? You got Rojas from Venezuela, Catherine Ibargüen from Colombia. Ibargüen was dominating. She won Rio. She just got injured, and I think she just retired. She was like, hey, you know what? This is my last year. She's retired. She tried for Tokyo. Who knows? She might try to come back, but I think I looked up that she retired. She was injured this last season, and yeah, I think she could have medaled had it been in 2020, but that extra year just at her age just didn't. But she did long jump, high jump, triple jump. She tried the 100, and she came over and she just dominated in the triple jump. That's where it is. You got Karsten Vorholm. He was a decathlete. He came over and then he dominated. You have what's her name from the Netherlands, Daphne Schippers. She used to be in the heptathlon. So in one way, yes, and then in another way, no. I like them to enjoy their time. Hodge looks very, very serious to me, and I think that she should be able to enjoy it. But she just got that serious face ahead of time, and then she was smiling afterward. So at least I hope that she's enjoying it. That's what I'm more concerned with. And some of them are being overworked. I can't agree with that. I can agree with that. They said Hodge was the highlight. Nick Roberts said Hodge was the highlight for Carifta in terms of individual performance. Definitely so. Definitely so. No argument against that. Shelly Ann Fraser Price noted about her. Everybody's looking at her. The attention is on her. She's done a lot more work. Lyston did one event, so that, of course, she's going to be able to go through a little bit easier. She's not got the pounding on her and everything like that. Yeah. Fireheart said, yes, Hodge was the star of the championship for sure. And then Zimmer for one animations. Hey, if you're doing animations, Zimmer for one, shoot me an email. If our NFTs, if you have the animation quality about what we're looking for, HeadAndShouldersATR at yahoo.com. It's in our description all the time. We are looking for animators, an alternative, especially if they are black animators. If you guys are there, let me just put that here. If you know how to do 2D flat animation or 3D animation, pretty good quality 3D animation, definitely shoot us an email. We always want to specialize. We are B1 Black First. So therefore we try to hire black people first, right? So if you want to come out, definitely shoot us an email. Let me read your comment. Now, Hodge is going to get a reality check next by the Jamaican ladies. She is overworked too early. This will be very interesting. Yeah, I get what you guys are saying, though. I get what you guys are saying. We definitely do see a lot of athletes, definitely from Europe, in the Netherlands. They come out with a lot of injuries. From Jamaica, they don't transition that well all the time. Sometimes in the USA to a lesser extent, but you do definitely see those three countries in particular. We do tend to overwork the athletes at a younger age, and then it's like, wow. Oh no, Switzerland. I think that's the place, not the Netherlands, but the Swiss. They tend to have a big sprint core that looks good at the youth, and then boom, they got injuries up the yang. So let's go over here to Lyston. Now we're covering Brianna Lyston. They say, I recall Michelle O'Hare when I speak about overworked athletes. Yes. Definitely. And especially, I think, doesn't Michelle O'Hare or O'Hara have some of the records at the, have some records right now? That's what I think. But yes, let's go over to Lyston right on the screen. She's looking like, okay, Paige Archer, she tripped. And it's unfortunate that she's tripped. She was really working for this. She really wanted to get one of those medals here. She really did it. She lost her form. She lost her strength. She was like, this is the last thing I got to do. She worked very, very hard. It's unfortunate that she tripped. Here she is. We finally getting a smile out of her. She was trying to look real serious, but she kind of smirked there. Man, Lyston be trying to hold that serious face right there. Lyston be trying to hold that serious face, but she got a smirk. We got a smirk out of her. That's good to see. Okay, what the heck is going on here with the right click? Okay, Bascom. Congratulations to Bascom. But if you ever watch this or anybody that knows it, send it to her. Please keep your head up. You had your head down a little bit. I know the wind was there, but you had your head down. They're calling you on the loudspeaker and everything. Just get your head up. Keep your head up. Make sure that you. I think she thought the camera was on her stomach. She probably put up a sign. I said Michelle. What the heck? Oh, excuse me. I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Why did I say Michelle? Thank you for pointing that out. I meant Michael. Dang. He would do the 100, 200 sprint hurdles 4x1. I believe another event too. Michael O'Hara, not Michelle. My fault. This is, like I said, I'm overworked myself. My body's breaking down in these workouts. I tried to do a workout yesterday. I clunked out. I'm not even going to say that here. It's not about me. But yes, that's probably going over. I've been saying a lot of wrong stuff to even my business partners over the last few days. That's why I said I decided not to do a full recap of this. I would make too many dang mistakes. So I don't like that about myself. I'm a perfectionist, if anything. So let's get this out. Thank you for pointing that out, Fireheart. Because I know people in the comment section, they're going to call that one. Okay, Lyston already destroyed the field right here. She just had to get out. She's basically walking. She's running so fast. She's running the track from underneath her competitors. And you about to see that in a second. Boscom, she got to work on the form a little bit more, but she's driving through. She's trying. She runs the track under her competitors. Unfortunately, Archer fell and everything. Yeah. But she ran the track up under the competitors. That's what winded up happening. Let's see this again. She's still here, focused. She's just having a nice little jog here, just running slightly harder. Look, you can see her shutting down. You can see her just like floating. And then she runs the track up under her competitor right there. And it's unfortunate. I'm glad that another one of the athletes came back and came to pick her up, because she did notice that she fell. She went back. She helped her up. And she picked her up through the line. Yeah, I am going to get some rest. I actually took today off. I was going to train anyway. I was like, man, you're getting up there in age, man. I'm trying to break 4 minutes into my house, so let me chill out before I get some more stuff. I got bursitis going on, hamstring issues, shin issues going on right now. I should be taped up, but I don't want to use the tape. So, but look, focus it on Lyston. I guess I got to reload this. Lyston over here, 23-16. Let's go back to the results. The wind is killing me. The wind is killing me. We could have saw a U17 record right here be broken. 23.03. So I guess we're going to have to wait until next Carifta Games. The Shanae Miller-Weibo record of 22.77, that would have definitely gone down. This is not without a doubt yet. They said Kelly went down as well, left on the stretcher. Yeah. Yikes. They said, haven't seen the race yet. What's up, gang? E-Dub said, you didn't see which race yet. Which race are you talking about? The heck is going on here? Okay. Okay, let's go down here to the results here. Where we at, though? The girls, here it is, under 20. Now, let's put this on the screen. Put this other one on the screen. Here we go. Now, we could have had a good competition, but we still had a negative 1.7 headwind. To be honest, she could have got this record right here with this headwind. She just didn't know. Obviously, the wind has been so questionable. I kind of would still have liked her to try. If this was going to be her last event. Oh, you said you didn't see the Alyssa 200. Okay, gotcha. I just played that, but I'm going to play it one more time. If you didn't, I don't know how I feel about that, because that was just a 22.77. She's only running this, but she had her legs taped up, so obviously she's probably not going to go after the record if it's going to cause her to strain too much. Because she did run that 22.56. She was like 3/100ths of a second off, or 0.3 of a second off of Brianna Williams' Jamaica record right? So, or the world record. No, it was a Jamaican record. But yeah, she was off of that. But this was less win, so she could have tried. I don't know. You said the frick, how did she beat them by 1 second? Oh yeah, that's another thing. And she wasn't even trying. She wasn't even trying. That's the thing. She wasn't even trying. E-Dub said, as a former triathlete, I feel your pain, brother. LOL, hang in there. Yeah. Yeah. I'm over here like, man, I got a decade that I could achieve this, so I'm going to chill out. But yeah. Timothy Inventor said, the frick, she beat them by 1 second, 22.53. Fireheart said, yes, she said her goal was to finish healthy as well. Timothy Inventor said, honestly, who cares if she didn't break 23 or something? She still won. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said this wind is killing me. The wind is killing me because this negative wind is either too much wind or too freaking little. Too much wind or too little. Let's play this one more time right here. Listen over here looking poised, relaxed, just good. We're going to play this in slow motion right here. See, I like SportsMax. So people pointed out in the comment section that FlowTac, they don't believe in fair use. So you got to be an official sponsor or partnership with them or whatever, I guess, as told by some other YouTubers. You got to have some kind of contract agreement. And I'm like, that's not what fair use is. This is commentation. So, or commentary. But here we go. Let's play this in half speed. Let's break this down for some other athletes as well. Okay, Boscombe, she gets out okay. She's more or less kind of left. Here is Lyston just leaving the entire field behind. This is how she could beat somebody by a second. This is how they could beat people by a second. She's already, okay, she's already dang near off the curve. And everybody else, the eventual second place finisher, is back here. She closes in on this athlete here. Right? And her form is actually very, very good. She's almost on perfect form where her heel is coming up right at the perfect time and she's changing over. But Boscombe right here, she's got this rocking form. She could run a little bit faster if she wasn't so heavy on her and I know how this is. I know the feeling where you got your wrist clenched up, you got your fist right here clenched up, and then her wrists are down as if she's like, I don't know. A lot of people, that's a power move. You see that in some distance runners, but definitely some sprinters when they're trying all out. She's got to get some coaching that tells her to open up and relax her arms. To open up and relax. She's a power runner, obviously. She's a power runner, obviously. So if she starts putting on weight, she's a little bottom heavy compared to some of the other athletes out here. She's rocking a little bit much, but hey, it was good enough to get her a second. She's coming up right here for the Bahamas. She tripped. Unfortunate, she fell. She just lost it. I don't know what happened. She didn't trip on the track. Wait a minute. I gotta say this. I gotta say this now. I just realized this. Did she just pull a Shanae Miller Weibo? And I hate to do this with the young ladies here, but did she just pull a Shanae Miller Weibo right here? Remember, Shanae Miller Weibo was in the lead, and then out of nowhere, I mean, she did it twice though. She just kind of fell. This is like the same thing, except unfortunately, it was way back away from the line, way back away from the line, and it didn't really help her through. But Shanae Miller Weibo did this in Rio, and then she did this at one of the World Championships. At the Rio, it might have helped her get the win, and at the World Championships, I know, guys, at the World Championships, I mean, is this the Bahamian curse right here? Is this the Bahamian curse? I might have to do an individual video. Timothy the Inventor said the Shanae Miller Weibo. I'm going to call it the Miller Weibo effect. But I swear, man, this is what's going to get my attention now. Forget she won by a second. Forget that she's tried and everybody else is here. She fell. A Bahamian. She's tried as hard. There's obviously nothing here She just did some kind of weird misstep and just face planted. Like, dang. So let me read the comment. They said her hands, Jack said, Timothy the Inventor said, it's so cool seeing them in Jamaica fit that they used. Oh, yeah, the Jamaican fit that they used for the Olympics. Now, it's kind of funny that some of the guys, I saw them wear the alternate uniforms. It kind of looks like it's a backwards uniform, to be honest. I'm like, I prefer the Olympic fit that they had. But yeah, it's definitely nice to see that one. I like it so much. Y'all saw I kind of sort of got some inspiration with the NFTs. I want to avoid a copyright strike or whatever it is. So we had to change it up a little bit. But we got some inspiration with these. These are some nice fits here. I noticed that the Jamaican fit is the same one used for Puerto Rico, I think. So, but the colors for Jamaica just look a little bit better. So, E-Dub said faceplant. Timothy Inventor and Jack Vandenberg said, bruh. Timothy Inventor said, next we go see Gardner pull it for the win in Eugene. I know, right? Right now it's specifically for the women, but who knows? It's Bahamians that's just doing it like crazy. Fireheart said, Lyston could run with the pros, but I wouldn't put her in those races yet because she's injury prone. Yeah, definitely. As far as Lyston, let me move this on a little bit more right here. Boscom, good, congratulations to you. Just open up. Hopefully, in the future, you start opening up your arms to relax. It's so much strain that you could put on yourself. That's why they had the sprinters, as you can see with Lyston. She's got her hands opened up. There's a reason that you do that. There's a reason that you do that. So she's a power. Obviously, she was driving as much as possible, but she was doing it so early. That's what I'm saying, that her coaches, it's all obviously different, but yeah. So let me get back to that. Now, I wouldn't want to see her with the pros at all. This is how I feel. I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going to beat this drum as I go. Even if I have a kid that's a world record holder, I would rather just keep them at their level for as long as possible. Right? I'd rather keep them at their level as long as possible. Now, obviously that could change in the future. Hey, if I become a billionaire like my goal is, my kid don't got to worry for nothing. We ain't got to worry about no sponsorships or anything. Hey, look, my kid gonna be out there running for fun, right? We gonna be running for fun, taking names, kicking ass and taking names, right? But if that's not the case and it's about making money or not, I would rather keep them at the lower level as much as possible. It's more fun that way, in my opinion. You can dominate and win because there's no guarantee that the next year we're going to do anything. Now, the argument could be Lyston can go run with the pros now. It could drive her to even get a medal. Let's just say the most ideal scenario. She gets a medal. Let's say it's an individual medal, not even on a 4x1. She goes into 200, somehow gets through the Namibian athletes that we've all been talking about with the DSD 46XY and everything like that. Okay, let's say that she makes it through all of that and she gets a medal. What happens the next year? She gets injured because she ran that fast, and now that takes her out 1 season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. Who knows? I don't want to be able to I don't want to see that. Yeah, let me see. Didn't Gardner fall flat sometime last year? Oh yeah, Gardner did fall. Yes. Gardner did fall. Actually, yes, he did fall. He did it at one of the it was either the Diamond League final or random Diamond League meet. But yes, Gardner did fall. I forgot about that. But she has the right mentality to compete with the pros. Fireheart continued. Let me see. Timothy the Inventor said, honestly, I've had that feeling where you don't really feel your legs at the end of the race, but it's only happened in races 800 or longer. I can tell you about not feeling your legs, man. Jack Vandenberg, Timothy the Inventor or 4x4 after open 4 and a 2. Yeah. I think Lyston will run 22:34 for this year. Why not talking about Tina? She running really good. I talked about Tina Clayton yesterday. Yeah, I talked about it yesterday. There's a video if you check the live stream from yesterday. I'm about to wrap this one up though, because at the end I'll just be repeating stuff and I hate to do that for too long. Let me read these comments. Fireheart said, I would like to see Tina run at senior trials, but still go to World Juniors. I think Elaine could pull a PB from Tina, but Tina is not injury prone. That's the difference. Timothy Inventor, I don't think that Lyston should focus on pros this year. I think she should do U20 stuff this year and all. Okay, yep, y'all mentioned that. I spoke about Tina already. Yeah, he did at Random Diamond League meet in 2018. Gardner fell out of the blocks once or twice a few years ago, and once at the end like last year. Mish 775. Okay, so with this, let me wrap this up. I'm going to end this probably in the next 2 minutes, if not sooner. Look, as far as this, Tina Clayton, how I feel about these athletes, stay at your level. Stay at your level. It's nice to see them move up, but I always have a question about athletes moving up too quickly. Now, let's say that you do run with the pros. Okay, don't go pro yet, right? Don't go pro yet, quote unquote pro. Leave yourself open and the option to go to NCAAs or your local college competitions. You don't have to go quote unquote pro early unless it's a requirement after that. But obviously you got NCAA athletes that run at the Olympics. They medal, they even get golds at the Olympics, and they still come back and they run NCAAs. So that obviously isn't the going pro thing. You see that all the time. So I would rather see Clayton, Lyston, and all of them. And for everybody right here, I did talk about that. This is the title of the video, or this is the video here. I would rather them stay at their level. I like to enjoy seeing them dominate at their age group. So for if they ever go in the future, for instance, if any of these kids and young ladies and young men, if they ever go to the next level and they don't do anything more, I would rather look at them and say, you know what, son? You know what, daughter? You know what? You did good. You did good at the U20 level. You did good at the U23 when they used to have those. You did good at the U17. And we tried as much as possible. Cut out, obviously I'm going to commentate on it. Everybody else in social media, you guys are going to do it. But in their individual lives, in their family lives and everything, they should be proud of what they did. Any athletes that didn't do well in their transition and they lasted longer and longer, they could say, I was NCAA champion. I was this and that. Richardson, if she never does anything else, which she could have stayed longer, right? She was NCAA champion in the 1 and the 2. She had the U20 record, or has the U20 record in those. So at that, you can't take it away. That was the top that she's done. Other athletes, Veronica Campbell Brown, she went to the NCAAs. If she never did anything after that, which she obviously did as a dominating force, but she could have always went back and said, this is what I did. So that's what I like to see with that. They said, how frequent is the Carifta Games? I think it's every other year. Is it not? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's every other year. Because I think it's every other year. Everybody that's here from Jamaica and the Caribbean area, can you tell us how often this is? But to my research, I think it's every other year. Fireheart said, yeah, I don't want her to go pro. Just want her to run against our seniors at trials. Oh, okay, I got you. I just looked it up. It's annual. Oh, Timothy the inventor. So, this would be very interesting. So if it's every year, 50th annual is next year, which means we're going to have if the 50th annual is next year, I like to have somebody on the ground for that. And so don't forget to check out our channel official sponsor, which is Trackstars NFT at trackstars.io. Definitely cop one of those or 4 of them. Okay, cop 1, 2, 4, or 10 in 2 days from now. We're going to have that listed. So it's either going to be on the website, or if our developer doesn't get it together, we have an alternative where we're going to have a link on the website where you can buy it through a safe channel, because there's obviously NFT marketplaces. So I thank you all for coming out and watching this video and joining us. For the rest of this week, we got a long schedule ahead of us. We're going to have an individual video on Brianna Lyston. We're probably going to have a versus video about Williams and the youth that's coming up, because obviously Williams is the most at risk of that. And then obviously, let's not forget. Let's bring one more person up in here. Let's bring one more person in here. Now, a lot of people, and I do want to point this out. I'm gonna say this a little bit more in these individual videos, but people tend to write people off very quickly, and that tis is sport. Tis is a sport, but people tend to write you off pretty quickly. Now, do y'all know who I'm gonna? Hold on. No, I'm gonna roll down. Now, Natasha Morrison. People are already writing her off, right? They're like, she ain't doing nothing. Now, she's 29, right? Do you think Natasha Morrison got one more team to make in her? She was kicked out of MVP. She came in. I think she's the most at risk of not doing anything. She's the most at risk of not being selected to do anything. Jamaica is starting to get spoiled for choice, just like the U.S., just like the Jamaican men were. Because the Jamaican women, yes, you will have about 4 athletes, and it just 4. You didn't have maybe 5, but you'll have just 4 that you could confidently say, okay, we're going to run the prelims, then we're going to run the finals, right? But when Usain Bolt was running, you had the other 2 guys that could run in the prelims for him. You could have 1 or 2 guys that could replace. You got that for the USA. The USA has athletes that they could put on a 4x1 and they could run them in prelims, with the exception of last year, actually, where they could run them in prelims and have a different squad in the final. That's how deep the USA is sometimes. Sometimes, like Jamaica, you got the 3, 4 good athletes that are just on fire. And then where is it at? One of them get injured, it kind of destroys the whole squad some years. And you've seen that in the years past. If one person is off, it's just like the whole squad is gone. USA, one person is off. Hey, one down, next one up. Jamaica's getting to that point on the female side right now. These athletes are coming up. Y'all gonna be spoiled for choice, and it's not gonna be anybody's fault. There's just too many athletes that'll be too good. What do? Change nationality at that point? I mean, Brianna Williams kind of got the option to do that. I doubt she's gonna do it, but she's got the option, and it'll look kind of weird. But hey, but Natasha Morrison, don't forget about her. Does she have one more championship in her? Timothy the Inventor said, I completely forgot about Morrison. And I'm going to leave us off on that. Thank you guys for coming out. And as always, you have been watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. I'll read this comment. Fireheart said, Morrison might PB again, but I just don't know if she's going to PB at trials. I expect Brianna to run